How to gather, monitor and respond to customer feedback. Very important today. It's our Friday edition, which means it's going to be a weekend challenge, and you know what that means because episode 205, Marketing for Owners podcast, you have listened to a lot. Every single Friday we cover something that is going to give you something to think about over the weekend, something to try. And I actively encourage you not to use an electronic device to write these down and to write your answers on. If you use a pen and paper, or a pad, or a pencil, yes, the act of writing makes it register in your brain more thoroughly. I can't remember the research, who did it, or whatever, but it is well known that if you actually do that writing action, it settles in your brain and sticks. It's more effective. And that's why I always ask you to use a pen and a pad. However, I may be reading off an iPad. But funny enough, I do actually generally write most of my notes with a pen and a pad first. And I don't know, I've always done that. Sometimes I may transfer them to electronic afterwards, but I actually just prefer a pen and a pad. Maybe it's because I'm old. Might be it. Anyway, customer feedback. Customer feedback is everything. If you don't ask your customers to tell you what they think, you'll never know. And if you're doing stuff wrong, the way you're going to find out is by going out of business with no customers. If you're doing stuff right, you'd like to know about it so you can do more of it and please more of your customers and get more of them and more sales. How about that? So, pad, pen, write this down. Number one, this is on how to gather it. Use email. You have to ask people, but use email contact forms. And if you do, so if you enable people to give you feedback, ask them to give you feedback, then enable them to actually do it and tell them how. So when they go to your email contact form, it will say something like name, first name, last name, email address, and then subject. And in that subject, have a list of drop downs. Make it short. And in that, it may be general, accounts, I don't know, sales inquiry, something like that. And how about feedback, suggestion, something like that. Give them an option, make it easy for them. Make it easy, right? Remember, you want this from them, so you have to make it easy for them. Another way of getting feedback is to ask for reviews. Now this, for most, is very scary because once someone's written a review, because if you use someone like Power Reviews or FIFO, or we use in the UK Trustpilot, or even Google Trusted Reviews, if you ask for reviews from people, once they tell you what they think, it's there. And most of us are very scared of hearing, we think, what if people don't like what we're doing? It's a natural reaction, but just believe me, if you're in business, you've got customers, they like what you're doing. When we did it, our rating is, we've got something like, at the time recording, 1,500 reviews on our Trustpilot one, which is totally independent. We cannot edit them, we cannot get rid of them once they're there. And we're at 9.4 or 9.5 out of 10, and that's pretty good. We rank very, very highly in our categories, very highly. There are people who are right down there, and I think, why would you have reviews if you're so low? And there are others I've seen who used to have really bad reviews and now have good ones because they've improved their service. But we do a good service, and so we weren't scared. And just out of interest, we also have reviews on our website, and we've got 2,000 odd of them on our website as well. But the independent ones are the ones that Google recognises and so on. So ask people to review you and then deal with it. If they say something bad, contact them and apologise, right? They gave you money. Apologise. Apologise publicly. People will be impressed because that's the kind of people they want to deal with. Other ones are, so by the way, surveys like that was, customer reviews was number 2. Number 3 are surveys. And you can use surveys such as SurveyMonkey and Google Docs. With a Google Docs or a Google Apps account, you have free Google surveys, and SurveyMonkey is free. There are other free ones and paid versions. And of course then there's these little things from Qualaroo, Qualaroo with a Q, and Kissmetrics. If you've ever been on a website, a little black box pops up in the bottom right hand corner generally with a couple of questions that said something like, did you enjoy your service, or how did you arrive here? Those instant little pop-up questions are excellent for feedback and for testing. When you want to ask someone, if you're doing conversion testing, you want to ask them what they think of the page. So don't forget, when you're asking for feedback, you can ask for feedback about specifics. It doesn't have to be general, what did you think of us? You ask for something, ask them a question, they'll answer. In your surveys, we talked about surveys before. Just go onto the marketingforowners.com website and put in the search box down on the right hand side there somewhere, survey, and you'll find articles that explain how to do a good survey, because you don't want to ask too much. Very important. The more you ask, the more bored they get, the more rubbish the answers are. Just keep it short and sweet. Ask them what they want. Make sure when you're asking things, the feedback you're inviting, make sure it's something that you will be able to improve things from. So ask the right questions. Just don't ask general fluff that means nothing. Okay. Next, number 4. Ask them face to face or over the phone. Yes, customers are real people. Doesn't matter what you do. Some you will meet, and some, in my case, in the fire protection online site, we don't meet customers ever, but we still can speak to them on the phone, and we ask them specifically what they think of things. We're very, very active with our customers. That's a good effect. So plenty of ways to gather them. And the other one is to monitor feedback, because people also give feedback without you asking. Social media, blogs, comments on other sites, forums, and just things like that. So how do you monitor? You can use Google Alerts. That's the easiest way. Google Alerts is free. Again, just enter into Google the term Google Alerts and they will explain how to use it. Just simply monitor for phrases. So for instance, you should be monitoring for your company name, your name. So like mine, I should be monitoring for Marketing for Owners, marketingforowners.com, John Butt, etc. And both, my name is spelled Jon, but I would monitor it for John as well, because some people may not know how to spell my name. I want to find out when people mention about me. Google will then email you either every day or every week, every single mention that it finds in its index online, including all the new ones. There are other ways of monitoring through social media. Twitter is the best for this. There are many tools. Again, the best thing is to Google, because these are all generally free, but that you can do Twitter alerts as well. Then there's software for these things, such as Zendesk or Help Scout or Groove HQ. If you're in a business that you get a lot of feedback, or you have tools or software or something like that, you probably need software to monitor it. All these things are great for monitoring your feedback. It's dead easy, all this stuff, by the way. Now next, number 6, set targets for your feedback. Set targets to reduce complaints, reduce problems, reduce returns, and increase the speed of response. Things like that, again, make the experience for your customer better. It's not about you, it's about your customer. Make it so your feedback is supposed to be monitored and dealt with to make it better for them, not for you. Because make it better for them, becomes better for you. Finally, respond honestly and quickly every single time. Respect your clients, respect them taking their time to give you information about you. Your client pays you their money, their hard-earned money. You're not entitled to anything. You don't deserve a thing. It's their time. Thank them for it. Respond respectfully. If they have an opinion, want to express it, even if they're having a bad day, respect them. Do not get into an argument. Take the feedback, deal with it, speak to others, ask if others have the same issues, improve things, and that's all we ask. This will improve your business. If you're not monitoring feedback, you're scared, you're on a slippery slope. Please do it. It works. You won't regret it. And while you're at it, have a fabulous weekend. I hope it's sunny. I hope the weather's nice where you are. And I will see you next week on Monday.